Welcome back, folks. In this segment, we'll be learning macros and preprocessors in C. So, all those statements which start with hash are called preprocessors, and those are processed at the time of compilation. So, the following things are uh, pretty cool stuff about preprocessors. So, we have already used it, and I'll be going through some of the new stuffs about preprocessors and macros. So let's start. So first thing, we were using hash to include any stdio.h in the previous segments you have seen already. So when we use bracket and the name of the header file, it will search. The system will search for that header file in the standard folder of C, where all the standard header files are kept. And if we use header and this inverted comma and the name of that header file, it will search in the same directory where your program is written. So the basic use case difference is like when you want to use some standard library or a standard header file, you can use this format. And if you want to use your one of your own header files, you can keep it in your you can keep the your own defined header file in the same directory where your program is kept, and use this syntax to include that header file in your program. So that is the basic difference. Okay, so moving on. uh, Define can be used to define some constant literal in C. So if you want to use some literal in throughout the program, then you can use define. Suppose I want to use the pi in the program, and we know that it can be used 3.414 or 3.14 can also be written here, but this makes more sense if you have you use this literal, and throughout the program this literal can be used. So you can see I'm using pi in calculating area of the circle. So this makes more sense. Macros can be used like functions. So this example we have already seen. I've defined a method add, and I'm passing 2 and 3. This will give the output as the sum of this 2 and 3. This will return 5. And the evaluation of the arguments passed to macros are done after the expansion. So this is the term, this is the operation it has to perform. So and I'm passing 1 plus 2, 3 plus 4. So it will first expand those tokens I'm passing. So 1 plus 2 into 3 plus 4. So you can see it is not evaluated like this. First it will expand like this, then it will get evaluated. So the output will become 11, not 21. And there is no data type checks for macros. So I'm using this increment method for integer as well as pointer. So for those who are learning C, and they are not exposed to pointers, it will be little challenging for you to understand about the pointer. So a little bit about the pointer as of now. And the pointer uh, points to the first element in the character array. So earlier, if I would have printed without incrementing, it would have printed hello world. Okay, but now since I have passed this pointer to increment, so it will now point to the second character. So it will print from E, not from H. That's the difference this increment has made. And the second one, simply it is incrementing 5 to 6. Moving on. And some preprocessors are used for concatenating the tokens passed. So this particular directive is called uh, token pasting operator. So you can see 5678. It is merging it, and they're giving the output as 5678. And we can write some multiple line macros also using this slash. So you can see in the end of the function name function, I'm not using slash, so it will be used before the last line. So I have given a loop here, and I've created a loop here, and uh, the same the limit, and I'm passing that limit of that loop here, so that it will count it will be iterating till that maximum value I'm passing. So here you can see it is starting from 0 and it will go up to 2. So it will print 0 1 2. Let's see how what does it print. So yeah, it is printing 0 1 2. Moving on. uh, in the sessions for compilation, previously I have discussed this macros and preprocessor can be used for conditional compilation. So yeah, here is the here is one example. So let's run this program and see what happens. So you can see I've defined one literal here and given the value 0. So I'm checking here if this is defined, then this part has to be compiled, and if it is not defined, this part has to be compiled. So either this will get printed or this will get printed. So as we know that one is defined here and the value is 0, so this should be the output. But let's see. Yeah, one is defined. So this part got compiled and this got omitted. So you can use this if def and if to apply conditional compilation. There are there are some standard macros already defined in C, so we can use those in our programs. So you can see file uh, underscore underscore file underscore underscore will give you the name of your program. Date will give the date of the compilation, and time will give the time at which this program is compiled, and the line will give you the line number of the uh, code wherever this line is used in the statement. Let's see. uh, let's compile this. Yeah, so you can see the name of the program is compile.c. Current date is 22 April 21, and time is 10 7 and 42 seconds, and the line number wherever this statement is involving line is line number 7, so the output is 7. Moving on. uh, so we can undefine some already defined macros using undef. So I have defined a little max and given the value 100. So first I have checked if macro max is existing and it is defined or not. So if it is defined, I'm making it undef. Okay, and it is undefined now, and I'm again using that max literal here. So because I have undefined this literal, so this should throw error. Let's see what it happens after compilation. Yeah, so you can see max is undeclared at line number 10. So it got undefined here only, so it cannot be used after that. So this was it for this session, guys, and I hope this was helpful. Keep yourself tuned in for more videos. I'll be posting every week 2 or 3 videos, so keep yourself tuned in. Till then, bye bye.